So, Alini, thank you so much for joining us. Could you start by telling us a little bit about the Unstereotype campaign?
Yes, absolutely. So I think that everything started with the thought that the most important target for Unilever are women. 77% of our products are sold to women, so they are the most critical people that we need to understand. And of course, we have been researching women for the last 100 years at Unilever. But more specifically, in the last 2 to 3 years, we have done almost anthropological study on women, trying to really understand the evolution of women in different places around the world. And women are in different places, however, the trend is the same everywhere. What was really interesting for us is that when we were doing this piece of research, we got to know that more or less 40% of the audience, 40% of those women were not recognizing themselves in the advertising that they were seeing on TV. This is not only Unilever advertising, this is advertising in general. And they were really struggling to see themselves there. They were thinking that what we were portraying as advertising or women in advertising was very much stereotyped. And they didn't like it. They didn't recognize that woman in advertising. So we said, my goodness, this is quite relevant. It's a big share of women saying that the advertising that we are portraying is not as progressive as it should. So let's understand a little bit more about that. So we've done a piece of work with Millward Brown, trying to understand our own advertising, trying to understand how much this is true or not. And we found out that indeed, there is a lot of perceptions that the women that we are portraying in advertising are not in the most progressive way. Basically, we are showing 3% of women that are clever in advertising today. Only 0.03% showing women that are funny. So apparently, women are not clever and not funny. And this applies for the whole industry, it's not only Unilever. And obviously, we wanted to change that. Obviously, we decided that this is a very critical element. This is not only a moral issue, this is a business issue, and we are not doing our jobs well if we are not portraying our key targets in a more coherent way.
And so that drive, is that basically just throwing light on this, obviously these really poor statistics? I mean, what's the strategy behind it?
So what we decided to do is that we wanted to start a campaign that starts at Unilever, but we would like to engage with as many people as we can, because we believe that this is going to be good for the world of advertising, the world of marketing, the world of brands, where we are talking about unstereotyping people. Of course, women is a key focus because women has been the one that is being most stereotyped. But we don't want to unstereotype women and then create a stereotype of men or any other gender. We want to be more progressive in terms of the way we portray people in our advertising, and therefore we started with this idea of unstereotyping. So there are 3 different buckets that we want to work on. We have one bucket which is about the role that the main character is playing. So if it is a woman, we don't want to portray that woman with a very silly, minimized role. We want that role to be, a much more enriched role. So it's not just a woman as a housewife or a woman as a maid, a cleaner of the home, or a mother. A woman has many different facets. And we want her to show that facet in our ads as well. We want them to be a richer character as she is. So in terms of the role that she plays, it's very important in the ad. Why can't we show very clever women? Why can't we portray stories that just illustrate how women are doing today. The other bucket is about the appearance. So how we want to show women. So we don't want to show women within the beauty stereotypes that we all know. We want to open up those stereotypes to actually any type of beauty, any type of diversity, any type of style. There are different ways that you can do that. Of course, in 2002, when I started working with Dove, when we were cracking the beauty theory of Dove, when we launched the campaign, it was quite a breakthrough, showing real women that were not perfect, that were not within the stereotype. So that was the beginning with one of our brands. Today, we want to be, much more democratic with all the brands. This doesn't mean that all the brands are going to look like Dove, but that means, which is a great brand. But I think that we are going to respect the different personalities of the brands as well. But we are going to have a much richer way of showing appearance in our ads. And last but not least is about so we have the personality, it's the personality, isn't it? So the personality is again, lately we have been portraying women that are always smiling, always in control of everything. The only concern is about, if the house is looking clean. Or, another very, very big stereotype that we use is, women being very concerned about their appearance and doing something, to improve their appearance. So we want to change that as well, and we want to challenge that, and we want this to become much more democratic and also much richer as well. Women have other traces, other mood states, other ways of demonstrating their personality. Sometimes they can be angry, sometimes they can be, very strong. There are lots of different traits that we would like to enrich as well when we do advertising. So these three buckets help us as a guidance in terms of thinking about the creative that we are going to develop. Again, I'm using women as an example because women is where the problem is more obvious, but this is for all the genders.